Hey guys, welcome to Solar Movement. This is Ash reporting from such a beautiful place out in the hill country of Texas. We are here for my birthday and it has been just so perfect. There's been no cell service. We are completely immersed in nature with 500 acres of exploring, of seeing all the wild animals that they have here. So it's been quite spectacular. So I'm very excited to give you this practice today in such a beautiful place. Today's practice is going to be for the hamstrings, for the hips, and for opening up. There's going to be some side bending, there's going to be some strengthening, a little bit of everything, but we are targeting the hammies and the hips to open them, to strengthen them, and to just be with them. So, thank you wherever you're at. Just know that the most important thing is coming back to your breath. Our breath is our anchor. So, regardless of what your intention and how you are feeling when you step on your mat, just always come back to your breath. That is why we're here. This is why we do what we do, so that when we step off of the mat, we have that breath that we can always come back to always reground us and come back to ourselves, coming back home. So, thank you. So excited to have y'all here. Let's get started. How can we get started? Let's get started and see. Let's just take a few moments to breathe together and wobble side to side on your mat, grounding your sit bones down. And before you close down the eyes, just take a second and look around you, take in the space that you're practicing in. And remember not to judge anything that may come into contact with your eyeballs, but just become aware. As a sense of grounding, as a sense of anchoring here on our mat. And when you're ready, start to blink your eyes closed or have a soft gaze at the tip of the mat. Spine is long, roll your shoulders up and down a few times. Maybe rock your neck side to side, or find a few rolls here. Just finding a few moments to soften down. And then when you're ready, go ahead and find stillness once more. And notice if there's any tension in the palms. Can you relax the energy in your palms? Take one breath in. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Take another deep inhale in through the nose, filling up through the belly and the chest. And open the mouth and sigh it out. Again, let's take a deep breath in together. And this time, as we inhale, let's hold at the top, holding all the air in. Sip a little bit more air if you can. Hold for 3, for 2, and for 1, release. Start to roll out the wrist here. And then start to roll out anything else that feels good. Maybe getting in the rib cage, going from left to right. And let's find some circles here in the rib cage. So you're going to press your hands into the tips of your knees. You're going to arch forward, pressing the chest forward. And then you're going to round back, navel to spine. We're going in one direction here first. So first go forward. And then tuck the chin, arch and round the spine. Inhales bring you forward, and the exhales send you back. Let's switch directions. And the practice is to find the pauses in between the breath. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what's coming up, what's there, without judgment. meeting us where we are today on the mat, because where we are today may very well be different from where we were yesterday or where we might be tomorrow. So acknowledging and appreciating and doing what we can here today. Start to find stillness, and then press your hands into your knees and send that chest forward, glide it up, gaze up, breathe in. And exhale, push your hands into the knee and round back. Inhale and exhale. This time as you inhale, reach your arms high. Plug the shoulders down, and on the exhale, drop your right hand down, lean up, and then over towards the right. Stretching through the left side body, plug that left knee and left hip down. Now with that left hand, continue it to go down towards the right. Grab it and hook it onto that right knee and lift the right arm high. Breathe in. And you're going to twist behind you, placing that right hand behind that right glute, and twist by pressing that left hand into that right knee and gazing past that right shoulder. Inhale, extends the spine up, and then the exhale presses the navel to the back of the spine, creating more space for a deeper twist. Breathe. Inhale, lift both hands up towards the sky. Come back to center, and exhale, drop the left hand down and extend that right arm up and then over out of the hip towards the left. Drop that right knee down. Option to look down at the left forearm, or you can gaze up underneath the right armpit. Whatever feels good in the neck. And then drop that right hand, scoop it towards the left knee, and then lift the left hand up. Breathe in. And then exhale, drop it behind the left glute and press into that right hand, into that left knee, and twist. Come back to your breath. The breath is going to anchor us when our mind starts to wander. Inhale, circle the arms back up, come back to center. And then the exhale, drop your hands, and then whatever foot was in front, go ahead and switch it. So left, for me, my left foot is now in front, my right is near my groin. Reaching your arms high, breathe in. And on the exhale, you're going to lean forward, press the hips and the knees down, and inching the hands a little bit further, and then you can drop your head, feeling this opening in that left glute for me, whatever foot's in front. Breathe deep here. Maybe you can rock the neck side to side or up and down. Walk your hands towards your legs, and then lean back, and let's switch legs. Inhale the arms high, and exhale, melt them down in front of you, crawl them, sinking the sit bones and the knees down, and then when you're ready, you can drop your head. Going any amount that feels great. Usually I have blocks, but I forgot them at home, so I do not have them. So if you have blocks, I should have said this from the get-go, go ahead and use them and grab them. They are wonderful. And then start to walk your hands back to your shins. And then let's find a butterfly. So Baddha Konasana, the soles of your feet together, knees wide, interlace your fingers, and just rock side to side, and you can flap your knees here. And then press your feet into your hands into your feet, gliding that chest forward. So another beautiful opening here in the chest. Breathe in. And then exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch it forward. And as you exhale, press the elbows down towards your thighs and melt your torso down over the feet. You can press the elbows into the thighs, into the calves, but gently guiding the knees down. So we're not forcing them with extreme force here. We're just, it's like a little guide, guiding them down for a deeper stretch. And then slowly bring your torso back up and keep the left foot in, right leg long out in front of you. Press that right foot heel down. Inhale, reach your arms high, big stretch. And then on the exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean over towards the right. Press that left knee down. Reach your arms high, inhale, release the wrist, and exhale, melt down over that right leg. The right knee can be very bent. It doesn't have to be straight. Remember, it's not forcing, it's meeting where you're at. So for now, mine's going to remain bent because we're just starting the practice. And the deeper you go, the deeper you exhale, then you can eventually straighten it out. And remember, it's chest to thighs, not forehead rounding down to nose. Take a few breaths here. Reach your arms high, lift your torso, breathe in. On the exhale, drop your left hand behind the left glute, press that left knee down, press your hips high, right hand goes behind you, and you can maybe cradle the hand, elbow is bent, cradle the head. Finding this opening in the left thigh. Reach that right arm high, breathe in. And the exhale, circle it down behind you, next to your left hand. Bring that left knee in and place it behind the left wrist. So now the right leg is straight behind me. My left knee is still bent. I'm spreading my fingers. I'm going to hinge forward and back, stretching that right calf. And then bring that right foot. So you're going to bring up that foot behind you, and I'm going to bring it to the front on the outside of my right hand, finding this low lunge. I'm going to place my left knee back some, engaging my core, heel toeing my foot underneath my chest. And then I'm going to rest my weight, my chest on my thigh, finding this beautiful deep stretch here. Inhale. And then exhale, lift up a little bit, maybe interlacing the hands on top of the thigh and the knee. Reach your arms high, inhale. And on the exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand and go up and then out of the pelvic bowl, the rib cage, and lean towards the right, gazing underneath the left. Reach your arms high. Inhale, lift the torso high. Exhale, drop the left hand down and twist that right arm high towards the sky. You can stay here if you want to lift that back leg for some extra spice. Go for it. If you want to lean that right hand back some as well, opening up the right side of the chest. Hello, son. Inhale that right hand down. And on the exhale, straighten that right leg, flex the toes, send the hips back towards the left heel. Again, beautiful option for blocks underneath the hands. And then you can send your hips towards the left, toes towards the right, straightening and stretching the side leg, getting into the IT band. Turn the toes back, hips forward, bend the foot, crawl back, and then turn the toes out, and then you're going to press your right hand into the inside of that right knee, sending the pelvic bowl down, opening up the hip. Bring that right knee back in, heel toe the foot back in line with the right knee and the hip. Reach your arms high, inhale, lift the torso. And then the exhale is going to straighten that right leg again. See if you can go a little bit deeper, airplaning the arms behind you. Squeeze the palms together, shoulder blades. Yeah. Inhale, press up, breathe in. Looking up, undulating the spine. And exhale, frame the foot with your hands and send that right foot back, lift it high, and then drop the toes down, lean forward and drop all the way down towards your belly, allowing the elbows to graze by the sides. Rock side to side here. Finding wide cobra, fingertips off the mat, elbows up towards the sky. Press into them. Lift up, breathe in. Exhale, come down. Finding a few waves here, inhaling, pressing up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, press up. And then this time on the exhale, drop your left shoulder down, look towards your right. Press up, breathe in. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down, look towards the left. Press up, breathe in. Then this time on the exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your forearms in front of you, left forearm underneath, and bend that right knee, foot towards the sky. And reach that right arm forward, and then back, grabbing for that top of the right foot. You can stay here and just continue to bend the heel towards your glute to find some fluid movement here. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can kick that foot into the hand, lifting that right knee off about 1 or 2 inches. And then you can press into that left forearm and then look behind you towards the right. Go ahead and drop down. Replace that left forearm with your right. Drop your head down too if that feels good. Bend that left knee, foot towards the sky. Reach that left arm forward and then back behind you, reaching for the top of the foot. You can find a few bendiness here. And when you're ready, you can press that foot, lifting that left knee off of the mat, and then press into the forearm of the right, and then look behind you towards the left. Press down into that left and right hip equally to keep them parallel with the earth. Go ahead and release. Bring that left forearm down. Drop your forehead down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Nice job. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze the elbows towards the side and come up onto your tiptoes and press up into high plank. Inhale. Then exhale, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out through the feet, releasing any tension in the head and the neck and the shoulders. Spread all 10 fingers, thumbs are facing each other, and press into all 10 knuckles. Come up onto your tiptoes, lift the heels, inhale. On the exhale, bend the knees, send your chest to your thighs, and then press using the strength of your legs forward into a high plank. Hinge forward slightly, elbows facing the back of your space, glide them down, lower about halfway or onto the floor. We'll start with baby cobra, just lifting the chest. If you want to go into full cobra, slide the hands down towards the low rib cage, press into them, lifting the torso. For up dog, lift the thighs and the knees, press into the palms. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, come up onto the tiptoes, bend the knees, chest to thighs. Inhale. Squeeze, 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 and exhale propels you forward. Options to lower down onto knees, chest, chin, finding any back bend. Oh my gosh, my partner just scared me so badly. Or, excuse me, you can go into high plank, lower halfway for chaturanga. Look at my elbows, 90 degrees, and slide that heart forward, breathing in, and then exhale, down dog. Y'all, he scared me so bad. Oh, man. Beautiful. And then start to walk your hands towards your feet. Towards the back of your space. Knees are bent, chest to thighs. Shake your head yes. And shake your head no. Find a halfway lift, either on blocks, shins, or thighs. Inhaling. Shift weight into the tips of your toes. Lean forward, crown is long. Then exhale, fold. Option to wrap your hands behind your calves or finding ragdoll by grabbing opposite elbows and shifting from right to left. I'm getting a little butt scratch with these leaves. Release your hands and walk them back down to high plank. Drop your knees. And then shift your legs to one side so that you can come onto your glutes. Extend those legs in front of you, but keep the right in this time. Press that right knee down, left leg is long. Inhale the arms high. Grab the right wrist this time with the left and lean over towards the left. Reach the arms high, breathe in. And then exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Juicy. Stay with your breath. Lift the arms high. Exhale, drop that right hand behind the right glute. Press into that right knee. Lift the hips, left hand up and over towards the back of the mat. Press your hips forward and then spiral that left hand down to meet your right. Pivot around, right knee behind right wrist, left leg is straight. You're going to go back and forth, finding that calf and that toe stretch. And then lift it high behind you. Then on the exhale, bring it on the outside of your left hand. Slide that right knee back a few inches if it feels okay. And if you have the space, then heel toe that left foot underneath your chest. Can you guys see me with this plant? Rest your chest on the thigh. Take a moment. Reach the arms high, inhale. Undulating the spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper in the pelvic bowl. Lift through the spine, breathe in, and on the exhale, grab that right wrist with your left hand and lean over towards the left. Gazing maybe underneath the right armpit. Reach the arms high, release, inhale. And on the exhale, frame the foot with your hands and extend that left leg, flexing the toes towards the sky. Hips are to the back of the mat. And when you're ready, you can turn those toes out towards the left, hips towards the right, finding this nice little IT band stretch. Beautiful. Bring them back to center. Bend that left knee, reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, drop that right hand on the inside of the left foot and scoop that left hand up, finding a twist. You can keep that back knee down or you can find it lifted for some extra spice. And then turn the left hand out more towards the back, finding this opening in the left. Leaning into that right hand, shoulder above wrist. Inhale, drop that right knee, lift the hands high. And then again, this time exhaling, straightening that left leg, airplaning the arms behind you, squeeze the palms together, shoulder blades connecting. Press into that left heel. Getting juicy into that hamstring, the calf. Then bend the knee, frame the foot, breathe in. And exhale. Oh yeah, bring that left leg back behind you, lift that right leg, inhale, lean forward, point the toe, elbows back behind you, lower either halfway, come down onto the belly. Rock side to side, drop your forehead, wide cobra, elbows pointing towards the ceiling, press into the toes and the hips, inhale, lifts the chest, exhale, lowers you down, inhale, lifts the chest, exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, this time right shoulder down, look towards the left. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, left shoulder down, looks towards the right. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, lowers you down. This time, bend both legs, grab both tips and tops of the foot. You can stay here just for that quad stretch and just come onto the shin. Or if you want to find a deeper bend here, pressing up into the knees, lifting them off of the mat and kicking your hands into your feet, feet into your hands, lifting the torso. You can rock side to side here to lift you up, opening the chest, finding floor bow. And then when you're ready, you can slowly release. Drop your forearms down, right on bottom, left on top, forehead on top, and windshield wipe your feet left to right. Place hands underneath your shoulders for baby cobra or slide them down and press up into cobra. Inhale, wherever you're at, maybe finding an upward facing dog, and then meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, shake the head yes, and then shake the head no. Widen the feet here, the edges of the mat. Press into that left hand and reach with the right hand over towards the left outer shin. Peeling and pressing your chest underneath the left hand. Reach that right arm back to the front. And as you exhale, left meets the right. You can bend that elbow, pressing your chest more towards underneath that right armpit. Release that left hand back. Heel toe your feet back to hips width distance apart. Lift the heels, bend the knees, chest to thighs. Inhale, press into the hands. The strength of your legs extends you forward, high plank. Pause. Hold here, breathe. Squeeze everything into the midline. Where is your mind going? Come back to your breath. Notice the sensations that are going on inside and outside of your body. Press into all 10 fingertips, all the knuckles. And then shift forward, inhale. Exhale, circle the elbows towards your legs and lower halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana, inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, down dog. This time, look forward. Walk your hands towards your feet. Or walk your feet towards your hands, excuse me. Find a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, melt you down. Bend your knees, press into the feet, lifts you up. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Feet can be hips width distance apart or big toes touching and heels slightly apart. Knees are buoyant. Take a moment. And scoop your hands behind you, bend your knees, find chair pose. Inhale, lifts up the spine. Exhale, sinks you a little deeper. Inhale, press into your feet, lift you up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, lift up, and then over with the right. Press into that left foot. Inhale, come up. Exhale, grab opposite wrist and lean over towards the left. Press into that right hand, foot. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, sink low into chair again. Bend the knees. Tuck the pelvis. Back is flat. Feet are hips width distance apart. Notice if your knees are coming inward, even if the toes are touching. If your knees are coming in, can you realign them with your hip structure? And then fold down, exhaling. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into high plank and pause. Rotate the elbows in, lower halfway, choose your version, and meet me back into down dog. Inhale through the nose, On the exhale, flutter out the lips. Beautiful. Reach that right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Find a few knee circles here. Press evenly into that left hand. Try not to collapse into that left shoulder. Switch directions. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, send it forward in between the hands. Drop the left knee down, reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, grab the left wrist with the right, lean up and then over towards the right. You can stay here. I learned this juicy stretch from Dedica. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of her. But you can drop that right hand down towards the right. Come lift that left leg, come onto the left foot, and then lean that left hand up and then over. Press that right knee towards the middle and send your hips towards the front. Ooh, it's so juicy. Breathe here. My boyfriend's about to come out, guys. Say hello. And then drop that left hand back in line with your right foot. Reach your right arm high. Inhale. Twist. And then exhale, drop that right hand. And then bring those left toes in a smidge and straighten both legs, finding pyramid pose and just hinge and hover. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, shift forward a smidge and send your hips towards the left. Turn onto the outer edges of the feet. Ooh, finding a deeper version of the stretch into the IT band. If you want, you can lean into that left wrist. Reach that right arm high. Turn your hips back to center. Frame it with your hands. And send that right leg back up to three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, keep it bent. Pivot your hips back in line with the earth, so like you're in three-legged dog. And then connect that right elbow to the right knee, hinge forward. Inhale, lift up, three-legged dog. Keep that knee bent, opening it up. Exhale, connect that knee towards the left elbow. Inhale. I hear a deer. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it forward and then wrap that right leg over that left leg and then send your hips towards the right, coming onto the outer edge of the left leg, bending the knees and elbow to knee. Hips low. Press into that standing leg and straighten the legs. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Press that left hand back down, unravel the legs, send that right leg high. Then exhale, bend it once more. Stay here or find wild thing, tipping the right toes behind you, pivoting around and lifting the hips high. Maybe cradling the head. Press into the left foot to send the hips high. Come back around to dip the hips low, three-legged dog. Inhale. And then exhale, send that right leg through in between the legs. Whoo, y'all, it's getting spicy here. Reach the arms high for a high lunge. Exhale, airplane hover over that front leg. Squeeze the palms together. Lift the chest away from that front leg. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, grab that left wrist with the right and lean over towards the right. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, drop the left heel, toes fainting, pointing the left. Warrior two. Bend that right knee. Sink deeper into the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lean forward towards the front. Find extended side angle. Streamlining that Left hand over towards the front. You can drop your right hand on the right thigh, or you can find that block beside your right inside foot, or you can find that half bind or full bind. Have fun, y'all. And then windmill the hands behind you, straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. Oh, yes, thank you, wind. Keep that leg straight, tee out the arms, and hinge forward for triangle. Spiral that left hand down, frame that right leg, and send that right leg back to downward facing dog. Come up onto the heels, bend the knees, send the chest towards the thighs, breathe in. And then exhale, send you into that high plank. Pause. And then option to go and choose any of the vinyasas. You can do it knees, chest, chin. Meet me in down dog. Take your time, find your strength, find your edge, and meet your body where it's at today. Me personally, I'm getting a little hot. The sun is directly now on me. Now gaze forward, step or hop towards the front of your space. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, press into the feet to lift you up. Inhale. Exhale, palms towards your side for mountain Tadasana pose. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, grab the right wrist with your left hand, reach up and then out towards the left. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, grab the left wrist with your right hand and lean towards the right. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, booty back, chair pose. Tuck the pelvic bone, back is flat. Sink a little deeper. You can stay here or you can airplane chair. So hands are behind you, palms facing each other. And if you want some extra spice, you can come up onto the heel or the tiptoes, lifting the heels. And then forward fold down. Choose your vinyasa, step back into down dog or lower halfway. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left foot up, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Find those knee circles. Take up space. Take up as much space you are allowed to. Switch directions. Three-legged dog, inhale, bend that left knee, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. On the exhale, send it forward in between your hands. Step and grab it. Drop that right knee down. Lift your arms high, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, grab that right wrist with the left hand, reach up and then over towards the left. You can stay here or you can drop that left hand in line with that left heel on the outer edge. Lift that back leg. Come on, drop that right heel. Think warrior two heel. Bend that left knee, reach that right arm high. And then exhale, open up the chest. Think wild thing. Press the hips forward. It just feels so good. I can hang out here all day. Really opening up the chest, the right inner groin, and then reach your right leg, arm, right hand back in line with the left foot. Good gosh. Keep that left foot there and then send it back, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Keep it bent. Pivot back around to hips parallel with the mat. And then connect that left knee to your right elbow, hinge forward. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, twist. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. You can stay here or exhale, find wild thing, dipping those left toes behind you, pivoting around, sending the hips high, press into the right toes. Dip the hips down to pivot back around into a three-legged dog. Lift that left leg high. Exhale, step or grab it in between your hands. Heel toe that foot underneath your chest. Lift your hands high, inhale. And then exhale, airplane hover over that left leg. Keep that chest lifted, squeeze the core. Reach the arms high. Exhale, drop that right heel down, warrior two on the left leg. Press into the outer edge of that right foot. Lean forward and find extended side angle. Your way, your version, whatever feels right. Just come out of that right hip. Finding length in that right side body. Cartwheel the hands, straighten that left leg. High five the back of your space with your left hand. Bump that right hip forward. Drop the left shoulder away from your ear. Now lead with that left hand. Tick-tock your arms forward. Left knee is still slightly bent. And then tick-tock forward for triangle. Pressing into that inner left calf, opening up. Then cartwheel that right hand down, framing that left leg. Send it back, keep it lifted and lower halfway. Choose your way back into downward facing dog. Take a moment, shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, step or hop towards the front of your space. Turn this way, y'all. Get out of the sun. Will you see me though? It's fine. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold down. So you can wrap your arms and grabbing for opposite elbows behind your calves and pressing into your calves, lean forward into the toes, connecting your chest closer to your thighs. Your knees can still be bent. We're just finding a deeper stretch in the backs of the legs. Finding a little reset here. Unravel the hands, place them in front of your toes. Press down into that right foot and bring that left foot over towards the outer edge of the right. Finding this crisscross motion. Inhale, find that halfway lift. On the exhale, bend down. Hold on. Oh yeah. Bring that left hand down and reach that right arm high. Bring that right hand back down. Switch, so unravel the right from the left, and now right over the left. Find a halfway lift. Ground down through that right hand and twist open through the left side, straightening that left leg. Place that left hand down, unraveling, find a halfway lift, inhale, and then exhale, fold. Find Utkatasana chair pose, send the hips low, bend the knees, lift the arms up towards the sky, sink low. Come up onto the tiptoes for extra spice and airplane hover the chest over the thighs. Crown is long, fingers long behind you. And then see if you can keep the heels lifted. Press up into stand. Exhale, drop the heels. Find mountain pose, Tadasana. Beautiful. Ground down through that right foot. And you're going to bring that left knee out, kickstanding that left heel on the inner right calf. Hands are at prayer. This is option 1 for tree. Option 2 is at the calf. Option 3 is either on the knee or above the knee. If you place it on your knee, I promise you, you're not going to blow it out. It's just a myth. Press into it. There you go. This can be an option. Left knee is pressing out, hips are parallel, and press into that right big toe to help you find balance. Breathe here. If you want to extend your arms out towards the side, go for it. If you want to close your eyes, there's also that invitation to test your balance. Lift the sternum. Then bring your hands back to prayer. Point that left knee out in front of you and hook that left ankle on the right thigh and sink your hips low, finding the standing pigeon, opening up that left hip. You can stay here, or if you want, you can send the hips lower, dropping your hands in front of you. You can find a variation of a crow here. So hooking that left toes on the outer right tricep, bending the elbows, pressing the navel to the spine, connecting that knee on top of the left tricep, leaning forward. And then when I'm ready, I can lift those right toes and then maybe extending that leg behind you. Or you can find the one-legged toe stand with your leg like this. You can come up onto the left or the right toes, sending the legs in front of you, keeping the spine long. So my back heel is lifted. I'm on the tiptoes of my right foot. You can be here. You can bring your palms together. Different ways to play. Then when you're ready, lift back up into that standing one-legged pigeon. Press up, lift that left knee off, finding one-legged Tadasana. And then exhale, reach that foot behind you, grab it with your left hand on the inner of the foot for dancer pose. So reach that right arm high, kick into that left hand first. Once you find where you can go, press into that right toe. See, I'm losing balance here. Then you can extend forward. I know that right foot is screaming. Slowly come out of it, shake out that right leg. In fact, just shake out the body. Nice job. Now let's do the other side. So grounding down through that left foot, extend that right. Bring the right knee out. Palms to heart center. And then when you're ready, you can find and continue your journey into tree pose. Just press that right knee out. Press into the left big toe. And grow the branches. I'm not really a big fan of that saying, grow your branches out. I mean, I guess you could imagine you're a tree. Just keep this, the chest, the sternum lifted. Press the navel to the spine. Breathe. And then point that knee towards center, hooking it over the left thigh. Send the hips low, prayer to heart, finding one-legged standing pigeon. Options to stay here, to continue going into that arm balance, or finding the one-legged toe stand. This ankle is a little wonky for me. Oh, we did it. We tried. Then when you're ready, take your time, get back into it, lengthen that standing leg, lift up, release that right knee, finding one-legged Tadasana. Try not to lean back, and grab the inner foot of the right, kick into that hand, and then when you're ready, you can lean forward, finding dancer pose. Kick, 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 and breathe. Slowly, slowly get out of it. Shake that left foot, shake your body. Release it down. And just take a second, hand on heart, hand on belly. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm feeling a lot with this class today. I've been sick and on vacation mode, but it's been hard for me, I'm not gonna lie. So thank you if you've continued this long. We're in this together. I'm not perfect, nor will I ever be. But we do this just to continue to meet ourselves where we're at. If you're not facing the front or the back of your mat, go ahead and do so. Reach the arms high. And then this time, exhale, swan dive over the legs, forward fold. Send that right leg back. Finding pyramid on the left leg this time. Send the chest forward. Walk the hands in line with the left calf. Inhale. Exhale, melt down. That right heel can meet into a smidge if that helps. Walk your hands towards that front of your space. Bring that left leg back to high plank. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Ugh. It feels so good to be out in the sun now. Oh man. Notice if your breath is starting to slow down, bringing it back to its homeostasis. And then go ahead and tee out the arms in line with the chest. Come onto your chin. And then lift and bend that left knee up. And then bend it over towards the right. Stretching and pressing into that right palm, feeling the shoulder open. I hear my cat friend coming. We've made friends with all the animals on this property. It's been quite remarkable. Bring that left leg back around. Bring your chin back and just send your hips left to right. Now press down into that left palm. Reach that right leg up and bending it over towards the left. Press into that left palm. Pivot back around. Come onto the forearms. Drop your forehead down. And again, windshield wipe the feet left to right. And then come onto your forearms like Sphinx pose. So they're making two equal signs. And extend that left knee out towards the left. And keep it aligned with the hip. So try not to have it too far up or too far down. And then flex the left toes, finding half frog. And then when you're ready, walk the forearms closer to the chest. Press down that right foot, right hip. You can stay here if this just feels good. And if you want to deepen it, you can press into those palms, lifting you up. Press into that left knee. Option to stay here if this is good enough for you. But if you want to go deeper, walk that left hand a little bit closer in and reach that right arm over towards the side and thread it underneath that left arm, dropping that right shoulder down. And then maybe lifting that left hand either up or out towards the front or maybe behind you. Drop that left hand down, press into it to remove your right hand. Inhale, lift your torso. Exhale, come back down onto the forearms. Bring that left leg in line. Readjust the hips. And now bring that right knee out towards the side. Press into that right knee. Stay here if this feels okay. Or press into the palms, lifting the hands up. If you want to go deeper, you can bring that left arm out and thread it underneath that right arm. Oh, and then leaning over towards the right. Breathe. Don't lose yourself yet. Lift that right arm high, place it down, and then readjust. Bring that right leg back to meet your left. Wag your hips left to right. Whew. And then extend your arms long in front of you, dropping your forehead down, finding this prone position, palms facing the earth or towards the ceiling. And imagine there's like this little trap door in your forehead. And all the thoughts are just dripping out into the earth. Continuing to quiet the mind. Quiet the mind. Quiet the mind. Surrendering. 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 And when you're ready, you can turn onto your back. It doesn't matter which way. Just go ahead and find your backs on your mat. Bring your knees in, gluing your tailbone down, and just rock side to side, wrapping your arms around your knees. Find stillness. And then drop that right foot down, knee is still bent, and hook that left ankle on the right thigh. Bring the legs close into your chest, threading your hands either underneath your thigh or your shin, and just bringing that in. Oh, yeah. Finding a figure 4 or supine pigeon. And keep your legs lifted, tee out your arms, and drop your knees over towards the left as you exhale and look towards the right. Allowing that left foot to be a guide towards that right knee. Finding a twist. Bring it back in, unraveling. Left foot down, right in, over the left thigh. Press that right knee out and then bring the legs in. And then when you're ready, you can tee out the arms. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, drop your knees over towards the right, look towards the left. Listen to the sounds around you. Take in all the senses. Bring your knees back through center. Extend the legs long towards the ceiling or the sky. And reach for your feet, grabbing the outer edges. And peel your legs closer to you. We're not going fully into plow, but just finding this nice little stretch in the back body, the backs of the legs. A little bit more love for the hamstrings, releasing any lower back tension. You can stay here. If you want to go into happy baby, you can bring the knees out towards the outer rib cage, bending the knees, grabbing outer edges once more, and rocking side to side. Glue that tailbone down. Then bring the feet together. Drop the feet down so you're in supine Baddha Konasana. Excuse me. And take a moment here before we go into final resting pose, Shavasana. Resetting the hips, resetting the spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Keep your lips sealed and exhale through the nose. And when you're ready, you can extend your legs out in front of you. Take up space, you guys, allowing the feet to splay out, arms wide. Allow your body to get heavy into your mat. Allow yourself to rest. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Namaste.